Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Let's Play. Hardcore Minecraft episode 4. So I have a couple things I want to get done today. Oh god, okay, well after we deal with this, sir, this is my land. Do you mind backing off? I appreciate that. And your buddies too, they're staring me down as if I did something. You guys mind to just, yeah, back up out of here. Thank god one of those, I think they're called Vindicators. The dudes with axes. Thank God they're not a part of this little party here. That'd be a little annoying. Did I put another one of these out here? I feel like I did. Maybe not. I guess I'll just drop that there. Whatever. Anyway, so I have plans today. My plans are going to be getting some villagers going. And with that being said, I don't want to just shove them all into a box and be like, there you go, we got them right there. Let's say like right above my head here. Oh, right in this area. I don't want to do that. I want to use the village that we already have next to the mining area as a start for like a specific type of village. We'll walk right by here. Actually, I want to add to this as well. I want to throw up some shelves, like probably here with books so that I can have those as just like extra books in here because it's supposed to be a library, but there's only these many books. So I want to throw some more books in here later. It's not really the first thing I want to get done, though. Obviously, I want to do the villagers. So let's go over to this village really, really quickly and take a peek at what we're working with here. Here she is. This is going to be our blank little canvas for what this village is going to be used for. So I kind of had an idea, which I'll go over with you guys real quick before we get started, of having, like, everybody always has these custom villages, and they're really cool and take a lot of creativity to like design one and come up with like nice buildings and different things to put in them. But I've never seen somebody, at least I've never seen somebody, like use this as like a blank canvas for something. And what I mean by that is decorating this village for what I'm going to use it for. So, and then I could potentially even copy these types of buildings into another village, let's say over here, to add on to this one, or even break this one into two different types of areas and make my own little like village city with this as the, background or the base, template, I suppose, and customizing it. I think that's what I'm going to do. I kind of like the idea of doing that. So what I'm going to do is, let's say I'll start, I don't know how many of these guys I'll even need, but I want to have like parts of town. So let's say this is like the woodworking part of town. Everything on this side of the well here is what I'm going to use. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 houses we're going to use for this part of the village. With that comes taking down all the farms that are within it. That one actually manages to escape, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And then maybe we could use this side, which is a little more sparse, or spread out, I suppose, as like the farming area. And then we can add on and do like smithing guys over here and different other guys over there. Armor guys can kind of smithing, armor, and another one can all go to like the same spot. Now, I have to actually look up real quick the different job blocks. 1 second. Okay, the only one that's actually going to seem to fit into this woodworking area is going to be a Fletcher's. And it's appropriate because I do want a lot of them. And like I said, we have like 6 houses to fill to use as these woodworking shops. So we'll have to get rid of all the job blocks that don't have to do with it. And to be fair, Fletcher isn't necessarily... It's mostly other things. I wouldn't even call it woodworking. But they sell sticks. And that's the biggest thing to me. I want to be able to come in here and sell to all the different villagers, and they can be in their parts of town. Obviously, they'll meet up in different places, but they'll come back to their job blocks and their beds. So I'm going to fill all these houses with fletching tables, which involves gravel, which I don't have. I'll have to grab that. I'll have to get rid of this, and then once we get all of these houses with Fletcher dudes in it, well, they don't have to necessarily be occupied, but just to have the fletching table in it, then we can start actually decorating. So, hmm, I'm thinking, so basically decorating this part of town is not going to really take too much. If they're dealing with wood, we can set up like different log stacks next to all the houses. Maybe find some kind of special debris or or some kind of thing. We'll come up with some stuff, but that's like the gist of it. So let me get rid of, first things first, let's get rid of all these unrelated job blocks and all the unrelated things that we really just don't need. Like clay is not going to be needed here. Um, this can stay. I might want to move it over when I make that a part of the farming area. And we may potentially just get rid of all of these and do the farming area and then do like a big farm right here. I don't know. We'll see. I don't think any of these other ones have job blocks in it. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is just a house. Yep. And that can be, we'll decorate the different shops as well. Internals is going to be kind of important here, which I'm not the best with, but I'm going to try. So I think that was the only one that really needed to be adjusted. And I guess like little ones like this, we can't make a shop, so it can just be residential. And yeah, that might all be we can do there, really. Like this one could be a shop. We can do some stuff in here. Um, maybe like put a counter right here and then just hide the bed back there so he'll still sleep in it. And little things like that. This, we could move the bed upstairs if... Well, we'll come up with some stuff. I think I got rid of all the job blocks, so now let's get rid of the stuff we're not going to need here. Like, pretty much everything we can kind of keep as, like, base. But we can't keep this because it's not going to be in this region. So yeah, we're not going to need this here, so we can get rid of it. But pretty much everything else we can keep. I mean, a woodworking area doesn't necessarily... Oh, we just probably fill this in. Doesn't necessarily need to be, like, barren of anything. So we don't have to worry about, like, roughing it up. We can make maybe these paths a little more muddy looking with, like, some coarse dirt. Eventually, if I had silk touch, and maybe we'll have to do this later, that brown dirt, I can't remember the name of, would probably be the best thing. And then we can grow up some big trees around this part. This would be like the best trees for logging, which will be our part, of course, but, can kind of go with the area. Why have a village set up without no giant forest? So we'll continue collecting saplings to move over here later on. And then I'm going to go ahead and throw all this stuff that has to do with farming into this chest up here. I think there's a house with a chest. And don't worry about the rain. We can finally get rid of it here in a minute when we go to bed in one of these houses. Where the heck? I think I passed one of the places. All right, well, let's just go to sleep first before the mobs come out. Perfect. And yeah, this is like appropriate stuff that we're going to see for like this part of the village. Like this is kind of meant for farming. We already have the pen here with the animals. Got 2 plots of farmland. Got some distant houses so they can kind of come over and work the area. Maybe we can throw another like plot right here of farmland just to keep it a little more I don't want to say, I don't mean occupied, but I don't know the word I'm looking for. All right, I guess I'll throw I'll throw one of these in here so we can just kind of get all this stuff out of the way. Let's do... Oh, I'm an idiot. Let's do that. Throw that down. And we can throw all this stuff we don't really need right now. We're not even going to use this for that part, but I don't need it right at the moment. And this and this. Okay. We'll need to get a bunch of logs, and I think we'll get different types of logs too, so maybe we can have, like, this one. It's a little brighter. Maybe we could do, like, acacia logs next to it and, like, add some kind of fenced-in area with, like, different things that they need. And then this one could be, like, let's say this one's, like, spruce. This one could be oak. This one could be birch. And I think that's all the big enough places we can make shops. That'd be, like, a good way of doing it. They all have, like, their own type. And then we can, like, strip some logs, too. I think that's a pretty good idea. So let me go ahead. Before I even get... Yeah, let's just start decorating. We don't really need it. We can kind of do fletching stuff in a minute. It's not a big deal. Let's get some counters done real quick. I'll do the same thing. Wait, can you go out? You can go up the ladder? I don't think it knows how to come down. So we're going to fix that, and we're just going to get rid of it so we don't have to deal with villagers that are going to be lost. I will throw... I can't throw... I can't put a fence here. Or a trapdoor, because they won't be able to use it. So I guess that'll just be open. And then we can throw this down here, I guess. The bed. Oh, this is my bed, actually. Yeah, we'll do that. And... I guess we'll have to throw the fletching table over here. Probably. Yeah, there's really no other place for it to go. And then I might throw barrels all along here so I can, like, store sticks in them if I ever get, like, overloaded with the village. So, they're going to be pretty light decorations on the inside, to be honest, because there's only so much room. And I basically... Oh, I can do, like, this, actually. We'll put the fletching table there. Alright. And then this one doesn't have a bed in it, but I'm going to want it to have a bed in it. And this is actually perfect. We can just call it there, and then we can put the bed right here. Let's do that. So we'll go ahead and put that down. Perfect. And I'll have to grab a bed from another place. I think this one has a couple beds in it, if I'm not mistaken. Which is good. It'll draw one of these villagers over. This will be a big shop, too. That's going to be nice. We can make this like a little supermarket because it's going to be in the farming section. With like... Oh, that'll be nice. Because there's only 3 houses in this farming section. So maybe we have the 2 farmers and then a supermarket kind of thing in here. I think we have plenty of room to do that. Yeah, we could like have a shelf here and along here, cash register in the corner, and have a couple aisles right there. I think that'll be pretty cool. But we can use the shelves. I've never used the shelves before. That'll be another episode. We're focusing on these guys today so that we can get some stick trades done and maybe get a couple more levels from that. Get some emeralds started for our later areas. And then we're going to have some room left over. So maybe at some point I'll throw like a bank over here. So I can actually store some emeralds in there. And then keep everything in the village area that I would need to pay for things and get things done. That'd be pretty cool. Okay. Yeah, so let's do... Let me do that, I guess. Add some texture there. We'll throw the fletching table there. Bed's back there. Perfect. That's going to just be a house, so that's fine. This one is a small shop. I didn't realize there was wood here. What the heck? So yeah, let's throw the bed here like everything else, and we'll throw down a, what we need here. I guess I can go plant this outside. Put it like right over here. Why not? They don't need to be tearing down trees directly in town, right? And is there a bed? Yeah, I grabbed that bed. Okay, cool. So we'll go ahead and get doop and doop. And then we'll throw the fletching table right there. I don't really have anything I can spruce the place up with, but we'll have like a little fence on all this stuff so they can have like some storage of different things. And then we'll throw down like different laid down log areas with some rail carts thrown on, or rail carts? The rails thrown on them. And then, yeah, we can keep these all pretty much the same as far as, like, the looks. That's fine by me. So get that and that thrown out. And we'll just do the same thing right here. That's not a problem as far as I'm concerned. Put that down and there. No, we'll go doop. Perfect. They're all small, quaint shops. We'll put up barrels in the corners, like I said, so I can throw extra stuff that I need to in them if I want to. If I have extra sticks. Because you can overload pretty quickly. Like, if I grind out some stuff, then we'll get it filled up pretty quickly. To where they can't even buy anymore. I don't have any emeralds to buy this, but I would really want to anyway. That's tempting. That's kind of useful, actually. But I don't have an emerald. Yeah, I don't have one on me. I think there's some over there. Sorry, buddy. I'll leave you for now, though. And you seem to have lost a dude here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab some gravel. I wish I had fortune on this shovel, but unfortunately I do not. Go ahead, and there's got to be some right here in our little mining area. And yeah, I think I want the mining dudes, so like armorers and what other ones? Not leather worker, or maybe leather workers because they're kind of in the same vein. But dang, what are the other ones? Maybe masons? There's gonna be a few different job types for that. Armorers, masons, weaponsmiths, toolsmiths, all in a little village attached to this one over here. And then we can have our tunnel that we're gonna have going up right into a pathway that goes through this village leading out of town. Actually, that's gonna be really nice. So like we have the pathway going from our mine here out through down to our area right over there where those big trees are. And it's gonna cut right through the town that's like dealing with all of the stuff that you might sell from the mines. So that is that's actually pretty cool. But let's go down here. Make sure I didn't leave anything. I did not. And, ooh, and we can actually grab the railroad or the rails down here for what we're gonna need. And any gravel would be pretty cool. I kind of forgot I had efficiency. Oh my goodness, this thing's like chopping through this stuff like butter. Jeez. Let's get that. How many do I really need? We can... I don't know. I'm going to just scrap up a few of these for what I have right in my vicinity here. Ooh. Oh, wait, no, I already knew this. Okay, we still have to go down there for more diamonds at some point because we did not get everything, and I'm going to forget that. People are going to yell at me, but that's okay. If you ever have anything you think I'm forgetting, leave a comment down below. No problem. I've already had people like tell me some things that I did know, but I appreciate them telling me just in case I didn't. Very helpful. Sometimes it reminds me too. Okay, I'll just take these last few. If we need more, we come back. We're here for the gravel. Which I don't know if I passed any yet. Kind of got sidetracked. Gravel. I don't know how much luck we're going to have on the... Well, this is all pretty open. Do I see any gravel? I still have to be careful because we didn't fully light everything up here. Gravel. I feel like I had this problem before. Where is the gravel? Jeez. Okay. Oh, there's some. I don't know if I'm going to get enough here because I need quite a lot. We need... I think I made 4 shops? I could be wrong, so we need 12. 12 gravel. We got 4. We do have more, so we can like keep chopping through that. I might want to find a little bit more. There we go. And if we need to chop through all of this, I'll just bring it back up and we can chop through it. Get away from this possible creeper-infested area here. We got 5. We got 41, though. We can just bring that back up and chop it down. Get more gravel, hopefully. I think it takes a while when you're the one who places it down. I don't know if the rates change in that case, but they really do feel like they do. Is it getting dark again? Oh my goodness. Is it? It is. Dang, okay. We're cutting through this, huh? Like we're gonna tear through days. Like what day are we on? Day 27, not bad. I like this world. I'm really, I have a lot of plans. I got like 8 things written down, one of which we're dealing with right now, for plans I have in the future. This is an interesting path. The heck? This is why villagers just die all the time. But yeah, I have so many plans for this world, and I'm thinking of more that I can write down as well. If you guys have any suggestions, also comment that below. But I'm really just loving this world. And it's cool that I'm 4 episodes in, and I've only went through 27 days. Even though I only sleep, or I do sleep every night. But I just include so much because it's kind of the style I'm going for on this channel. Is including pretty much everything. Almost everything. Might do a couple of off-camera things, you know, if it seems a little meticulous. Such as somebody suggested on one of the last few videos for me to fish off-camera. Or even that dungeon that we found, to just sit there and get levels out of that in between episodes. That's pretty good use of in between episode time, which I might end up doing, especially when it comes to like getting things done. I'm not necessarily not rushing, but I am kind of taking on my time a little bit. Like I feel like in 27 days, you could very easily have gone to the Nether already and like, well, we've been to the Nether, but you know, been pretty much ready to beat the game. And we're not really there. You know, I haven't even visited a fortress yet. Which, I don't know. Being hardcore series, it could go either way on that. You could either be like, I don't know, you could, if you beat the dragon and don't die, then you're fine. But putting a lot into a hardcore world before you kind of beat the game and get elytras and, you know, OP stuff, kind of risky to do other things, because then you kind of just working on stuff you're going to lose. But it could be lost anyway, you know? So yeah, this is enough here. Let's get... I don't know if that's not enough. All right. And then we don't really need to... I'll have to get a bunch of different wood types for the plans I have for each different shop here. So I hope I did them... I remembered correctly. We only had... Oh, what am I doing? Did I say 4 and I said we need 12? I'm an idiot. Okay, cool. So we have more than enough fletching tables, which is cool. We'll get him going. That's going to be a house. This is a shop right here. Throw this down. I wonder if I put a trap door on top, if it still lets them do the job. I might test that later, but I'm not really going to mess with it right now. Throw that down. Birch would work better with the counter, so I might change that. But we'll see. We'll see if I'm going to bother. Okay, and then now for outside stuff. So should this tree be here? I feel like this tree shouldn't be here. These guys are all woodworkers. We'll call this one spruce, like I said. So I'm going to do... Let me break this. Is that good? Yeah. So we'll do this one as oak right here. This one will be oak. Let's take this. We do need some fences. Did I have a... Where's the one I put my... I'll just do this. This is not enough. We don't need a huge area, but it's probably going to be more than 6, so let's grab that. Dupe, we'll try 9, but I doubt it. And yeah, we'll just come out to here. Why not? Yep, that's not enough. Okay. One more set. I'll leave it open. It doesn't need to be the most secure thing in the world. It just kind of indicates that, like, this is their stuff. Dupe, and dupe. All right. There we go. Okay. So now, this isn't going to be where I store... Is there room on this side? Maybe on the back? Yeah. I'm gonna put like a back door right here. Yeah, I'll put a back door right there with a stair. We can use these actually. And a back door. Okay, oops. There. Throw on a back door, and then we can put like a area back here for him to store stuff. Spruce is my favorite wood, so we'll make it, you know, the biggest section to throw more stuff back. I don't know if I'll need these, but that's a pretty easy thing to come by. So we'll throw a fence there. We can... This path is kind of useless, to be honest, so we're going to clean this part off right here. Let's just get rid of this real quick. At least show myself that I want to get rid of it in a minute. There we go. Okay. And then we'll throw some fence here for him to have stuff. So what I'm going to do with the fenced-in areas... for him, he'll actually have everything in the fenced-in area. But for the fenced-in areas, I'm going to just have, like, let's say, you know, like an area where they chop stuff, I guess, would be, like, the best thing. So I think I'll throw all of the stock back here. So, now what's the best way? Let's say I do that. And then I can have, I don't know, like something like that, and then maybe a stair, and let me put this here maybe. Did I get any slabs? I don't think I did, so I'll do that. And this is like where they like you know, they get different things done. So they'll have like the different things that they're gonna chop and throw into the pile here, different pieces that we're gonna have. And then for the back here, since this is gonna be the oak area, we'll go ahead and do some of this. That's where he's kind of keeping his stockpile back here, which is going to be pretty simple. So we'll do this right here. We're going to need a lot. I want him to have a lot of it, so we got to get more from right over there. And I need another axe. So let's go do that real quick. Get ourselves an axe and go chop down a couple more trees right in this area. I need to get birch as well. I don't think I've collected any birch at all. So I'll have to chop these down too. I kind of wish I installed falling tree, but I don't want this to be like a modded thing, so boo-hoo me, I'll have to chop them down one by one. That's okay. I don't need too much, really. Alright, I got all my stuff. Actually, mark this down in their calendars. This is going to be one of the few times I plant down birch, because I will need more of that. For, let's say, that shop will be birch. Oh yeah, and this will be acacia. Could make a jungle actually, so I don't have to go all the way back out there. Let's make a jungle. I don't even like acacia wood, so we'll make this one jungle. I'll go grab some of those, and we'll do a similar thing like this over in each area. They can pretty much be a template. The idea is that this is kind of just like a vanilla Minecraft structure, I guess, if that's what a village would be considered. I don't really know if it would be. Would it be considered a structure? I don't know. I'd have to look that up. But like a Minecraft village generated thing, or vanilla generated thing, I should say, is the idea I want to have for this. So it can pretty much all be like the same thing in each one, just with like the different things. Because it's you know, it's still gonna keep it that way. Now, whether I change anything later, obviously we're gonna change the paths and then add on the little decorations for each shop, but I think I pretty much keep everything else the same. And then this just gives it a better look of what it's actually gonna be. So yeah, we need more fencing for the backside, which I'll use oak on all of them. It doesn't really matter. It's kind of like the construction material for this village. Big fence here. Yeah, fence here once I get rid of this path. And then this one, where am I going to put this, like, their goods here? On the side. Yeah, okay, so I could do it here. So let's actually go ahead and make this area just a little bit bigger. Because there's really nowhere else for this to put. Yeah, so we'll have to have everything on in the fence on this one as well, including their little stockpile like that. Because there's no room for it to be on any other side, so rid of all this. And then I grabbed a bunch of this stuff, and we don't really need it for anything else, so we'll go make a bunch of fences real quick. Say this many? Probably not enough, but we'll start with that. And then, yeah, we'll do this right here. Let's go all the way out here. Other one will probably be, the spruce one will probably be a little bit bigger. And then, yeah. I'll do an entrance in the back. It doesn't need to be like, it's just an indication that it's theirs. It's not like it needs to be super protected or anything like that. So I'll leave them open like this. And I gotta make sure I'm sleeping too, because the zombies and stuff are gonna come kill these guys. Which is kind of why I want to do all this stuff out here. If I'm gonna have these guys like free roaming like they are, which I'd like for them to be, I need to be out of render distance, which I'm pretty sure I am at my house. Otherwise, they're all gonna die. I don't want to build a wall around it, at least not till I'm like finished with the entirety of everything that's gonna be inside the village. So, kind of have to be out of render distance. And then I'm gonna clean this up just a little bit more by doing that. Maybe it's so sloppy. I just kind of want to give it some. Is that gonna work? Yeah, it looks pretty good. And like I said, we're gonna throw coarse dirt here. If I had silk touch, I would use the whatever that other dirt's called, but I don't. All right, and for this one, we can throw the stock behind the house, so we don't need to have a huge fenced-in area. Do a similar size to the other one. Yep, and I didn't make enough fence. Ugh. Okay. One of you guys are gonna have to keep me a crafting table, even though I had it in my inventory. And coarse dirt is... Actually, I can go ahead and make that now, right? That's going to be like this. It is. Okay. So it's going to just be like a little bit muddier. Like this can kind of look like mud as it is. But I just need it to look extra trampled because, you know, there's no trucks or anything like that in this game. But we might be able to... I mean, we can kind of pretend there is later on by adding some. So like trucks would be trampling through this area, so it wouldn't be as clean as this. Like this looks kind of clean. It looks like it was kind of, you know, that's a path block. Looks like it was made to be this way. And I don't want it to look so clean. Yeah, we just had that break. There we go. So I'm gonna just run around. We don't have a ton of coarse dirt. I don't want them to be perfect. It doesn't need to be anything like super crazy. It doesn't need to be the most used block in the path. And this is only for this area, mind you. I mean, kind of just like this centerpiece of town, really. Because that's where the trucks are going to be. And let's say they come in from this way or something. I'll fill this in right here. And they come in from this way, let's say. I just did that again. Almost done with that. And we can kind of make like a deep track going that way. It won't be perfect in town here because people walk around here and trample things. My reasoning may not be the most sound thing in the world, but I think it kind of gets across what I'm going for here. Let's do... There we go. Beautiful. Okay. Yeah, that's nice. That doesn't look so perfect now. I do need to have it kind of going, let's say, up here as well, because there's some shops here. And I want to say go up there, but that's kind of in the middle zone. Let's say they get, like, their deliveries here as well. Go right up there. So it doesn't need to be all rough. And then the trucks really have no reason to be heavily going this way. So we'll kind of just stop here at the end of this track. And we can throw all of this down. Hopefully we have enough. I think I do. There we go. We do. Beautiful. All right, that's exactly just enough to rough it up enough. Just enough to rough it up. What am I saying right now? Okay. Yeah, just enough to make it look more muddy. When we get some silk touch, we'll throw the brown stuff in here as well. Okay, and then I'm going to throw down these saplings because why not? I'll put one there and there. And I don't need that. Or that. Or that. Okay. I don't really need that either, but I'll keep it for when I do. Okay, what was I doing? Oh yeah, the fences. Got sidetracked. I actually need to get quite a bit more because this other area is going to be pretty big. So I think it's going to take all of it. Yes, it is. And that's probably good enough. We can use these for other things if this is too much. And this one will actually be fully protected because there's no... because the back door goes right into the building, so... And just do that. And that works. So this one's going to be a little bit... I mean, it gives us more room to add what we were talking about. So... which one's birch? This one's birch. Let's do that real quick. Let's get ourselves a couple of those so we can make a stair, a slab, and those. And then we're gonna need more of these for our little thing back here. Little supply thing. Actually, just go ahead and put down all the ones I need right now. No, it's not going to stay that big, but this one might not need to be like a huge stockpile. Maybe only go into here. So what is that? 3 times, that's 12 more. So 11 worth of wood out here. We do need to run back. There's some over there, so we need to run over there to get more spruce, and then we need to get jungle as well. But I'll throw down. Wait, did I have? Hold on a second. I did. I put a stripped one there, so we'll go ahead and put all of this stuff in here. Not there. Try to do the same exact things. There, bam. Stair and slab. And we'll just keep it like that. That's kind of, that's decent to me. That looks pretty good. And then for this, if we're going to go there, we'll do this one and this one. So we can throw down this. And the other one will be here. Just to give us a place to just run over here and do it quickly. Okay, let me run over and grab some spruce and birch along the way so that we can decorate those spots appropriately. You know, I freaking love this world so far. I just thought about it when I was running by this. It's like everybody's so focused on gigantic projects, and even me on my other channel, it's just kind of like big stuff, big videos that take, you know, weeks to make because of the time restraints that I have. And everyone's so focused on these big projects, but it's like you can make a beautiful world from just a bunch of little projects. A bunch of little projects that all stack up in the end after you're doing it for so many days or months or years. They add up to being all these things, you know, because you have just a bunch of little projects. There's like 100 little projects. It's the same as like a giant mega project. Maybe the actual builds aren't as big, you know, like the one build is huge, but you have a lot of little things that connect to each other. And if you make it cohesive, in the same world design, I mean, then it's not even really out of place. It just kind of looks like a mega project when you're done, which I think is pretty cool. Nice way of having a different change of pace, because I do like that way of playing as well. You know, you get a huge project, but it's a nice change of pace to do a world like this and a series like this. So thank you guys for the support on this so far. It's absolutely insane. I mean, thousands of views each episode is crazy for a pretty chill, laid back Let's Play. Thank you. All right, we got all of our spruce and the rest of what we need for birch. So let's go ahead and finish off this real quick. We need 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There we go. And upsy daisy right there. Perfect. Okay. And then we can go ahead and do all of our spruce stuff real quick. Oh, dudes, what the frick? Okay. I already got these guys taking all the... I think all the jobs are taken, which is good because I need all those guys. So let's go ahead and do the same thing. We'll do it right here. And I guess we can make it about as big as the rest of them. So I think it was like that. And then so this will go out one more. Perfect. And this actually needs to... this... Oh, nope. There we go. This needs to go like this. Perfect. Ooh, I don't have... Ooh. That's annoying. Okay, I gotta move this one bit back because it's not gonna make any sense. I mean, I could push the fence out, but I just got rid of my other fences. So this is the easiest thing to do right now. Move her over. Just one block. Like that. That's just fine by me. Get rid of that. There we go. Okie doke. Boom, boom. Do. Okay. Perfect. Boom, 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 boom. And that takes up the entirety of his thing. But we still have room for the little thing that we were doing here. So we'll go ahead and put this down. Let's say here. Stripped. And then let's make our couple of other things real quick. So stair, slab, and we have this. Oops, that actually needs to be over here. And there. There we go. Okay. I'm happy with that. Now we got one more dude over here. So, am I gonna have room? This one's not as long. It is actually. This is about the same size. But we need the jungle wood for this. So we have to go get that over here. Do I need to get a whole tree? Obviously not, because I just got a stack in 23 of spruce from a big tree. I know these aren't as big, but maybe I'll just chop down a couple of the small ones and that should suffice, like these ones right here. I like these ones. You can climb right up them, which is the best thing to do, really, because you get on the bottom and then you have to build up. Drop this and the one below it. And we will be all good. You know, I think this is actually kind of funny. I just thought of something real quick. I was out at a car dealership getting, looking at a truck, which I ended up getting. It's very nice. Dodge Ram 1500. I'm pretty happy with it. And of course, I make money on my other YouTube channel. I don't make money on this one yet, but I do make money on my other YouTube channel. So I put it down. It was extra income. Nothing crazy, but a little bit that I could throw on there for some extra monthly income to put down. And they didn't look at it until I was like signing paperwork. I was like signing like the final paperwork, and the dude looks down at one of them as I'm signing another page he gave me, and he must have seen one of the income things. He was like, "You have a YouTube channel?" Which is the first time I've ever been in a public setting, and obviously he didn't know me, but he was just saying it because I wrote it down. First time I've ever talked about it in public, though, which was kind of funny. Like, you have a YouTube channel? I'm like, yeah, I do. He's like, oh, what do you do? I like play game stuff. And he's like, oh, snap, what kind of games you playing? And I'm telling Minecraft. Like, we love Minecraft, because there's two guys in there. I thought that was pretty funny, because I've never actually talked about that in like a public setting, but it was an experience. It was kind of funny. Okay, so we have enough here. We do have enough room. We have just enough room. So we'll go ahead and throw, I guess this can be on the back wall, actually. Really no harm in that. And then we'll do the same thing. So dupe and dupe all the way out. And that is beautiful. And then this one can kind of go like this. We'll do stripped. Get our other assortments here. This is where the barrels are going to come in use. So I'm going to actually go and make a bunch of them with whatever I don't use on these other ones. So do. Okay. So I'll go ahead and use the rest of this. I only need one of those. Make myself a bunch of barrels. No, I need to, hold on. I need, yeah, we can just do that, right? That you can mix them. We'll do that, and then I guess all of these. Oh my goodness. No, I don't. Do that, and then, my goodness. This is, yeah, we're gonna use all that, I guess. 20 of them, that's good enough. And we can throw those down, because I'm not gonna use them for anything else. Actually, I needed 2. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. I needed 2. Oh, perfect. Throw those down. All right. All right, let's throw doot. We can just separate them, I guess, for this. Let's do that. Yeah. Little variety of different things he can make. I mean, of course, there's buttons and fences and stuff, but it doesn't need to be everything. And almost did not finish this. Okay, I need a few more. Let's go grab that. I mean, I could use the iron. That's going to save me a lot of time. I'll just do that real quick. We do have plenty of enough iron. Or rather. So, let's use this. It's only 6, and then it gets a 16. That's fine. We're going to have a bunch of rails at some point, so we can have a rail system going across everything. I am a fan of the rail systems. Perfect. Okay. All right. I don't know like what other decoration I would necessarily need for like a village like this. Like you can customize the different houses, which is always an option, and that's cool. And I might do that. Like maybe this one be built out of spruce or heavily spruce, and then this one be built out of more birch, you know? Maybe these trims are jungle, but I don't know if that's necessary, to be honest. I mean, there's got to be something I can add here other than these outside decorations. Let me brainstorm for a minute. You know what I could do for the village's sake? I'm gonna get rid of this. I've always was never a fan of like these things right here. It used to be black wool, I think, before, but I haven't really never been a fan of those. We're gonna add a couple random lantern things. Let's do that. That's not a bad idea. I think I could do 8 of these and get an extra one. I think. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, yeah, so I'll go ahead and make these up. This is fine by me. I always liked how this looked. I mean, a cobblestone wall might be a little bit better. Let me test that out real quick. Because it's just a slightly bit thicker, so the lantern fits on it better. But I'm not sure if it's necessary. Let's just dig down right here. Far enough away from what we're doing. Not a big deal. I have such a little amount of cobble. Which is mainly due to the fact that I just use a bunch of it for a build, but I don't think I have a bunch of it. Like we're gonna get to later episodes, and I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna just stockpile on stuff, which is something I could do for like a stream, I suppose, if anybody wanted to watch that. Yeah, let's try making a bunch of walls real quick, and seeing if that's just a little bit better. Let's do... That's 6. Okay, that's actually gonna gives us a lot more than the wood. Yeah, no, I like that better. We'll go ahead and do the walls. I gotta go to sleep though before these villagers get destroyed because they like to leave their doors open. Yep. Okay, I gotta sleep. They're gonna get friggin' mauled. I bet some of them already died, to be honest. I don't know why they do that. It's such a stupid, like, you feel like they could easily fix the AI to not do that. But, you know, I guess they don't really care. They're probably not going to update them. Yeah, I'm going to run through, like, here. This is just a little small thing. I don't know if this is going to be the only thing I do, but it kind of brightens things up a little bit and makes it look nicer than the other ones. I'll end up replacing all of them, but we're only doing, like, this section right now, so that's all I'm going to focus on. All those like that. It'll look better at night. I can put one here. Over here. I think that's good enough. I guess I could put one down there. We'll make another... I don't have coal. Okay, well, I guess that'll be it for now, because that's all I have for resources. And we can... Let me empty out my inventory, actually. Dude, what are you doing out there? This is dangerous. This is not good behavior that you should be dealing with this. And I can go ahead and lock a lot of these guys in. Not that stick trades are hard to get on a Fletcher. Where are some of you guys working? No, none of them are working. Is it not working hour? When do they start working? None of them are working. Okay. Well, I don't know which one you're going to be, which is unfortunate. So you got stick trade. As long as each one of them have a stick trade, I don't care. Really all I need. Anything else will be nice. I mean, you can buy arrows eventually. What are you going to? I'm going to break yours. Yeah, we're going to break that. Yeah, let's get rid of yours. Could you be... Nope. Could you... No? Okay. Yeah, you coming? You want to give me sticks? I prefer sticks. I think arrows come up on the next tier anyway. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I need sticks. I'm not going to sell... Or buying arrows doesn't really help me too much. And your sticks. Okay, so I think I only have 4 of them. And they're all sticks. Let's make sure with this guy real quick. Yes. Okay, good. All right, cool. That's fine by me. Let's go ahead and sell some sticks because we have some. And then maybe I'll chop down a few more trees. And we can get like a stockpile on... Oh, barrels. These barrels, that's right. I'll just like... It really doesn't need to be anything crazy. Just having like a few spots to put in each place. And just so I can have like an overflow if I need to. So we'll do this in your area. Over here, I said I was going to do it where he's standing, which he might not like. Maybe I'll be nice and give him that much right there. And if I have any leftover spruce, I might throw some trapdoors along this, so that makes a little more sense. All right, and I would throw like a slab there. Dang. No, we're not gonna bother. Okay. Are you good with that? Does that work? I mean, I feel like Yeah, that'll be good. Okay. Yeah, let me trade real quick with this dude. No, you're not. Okay. Thought you guys were all good. Go ahead. There you are. All right, perfect. Want to trade some sticks with me? Thank you. Wow, I need a lot more sticks to be maxed out with 4 of these guys. All right, there we go. He's maxed. And he's offering bows. So, I mean, we might be able to get a decent bow from all of these guys. We're going to trade with them enough to have options between which bows we're getting. I know some of them will do crossbows. Hopefully not most of them. And then, yeah, so then I think this one, same deal. I'll just go ahead. They actually don't need to stand, right? Yeah, I'm going to just put these 3 here, and I'm going to go ahead and fill all of... Yeah, let's put this slot. He doesn't need to stand there. Not a requirement. And we have 3 to spare on this side. We can go ahead and throw this over here, too, because it was uneven. Boop, boop, boop. All right. All right, cool. I can go drop off some of this stuff at the house, and then we can chop down all of our big trees over there. Dang, actually. Can I, you know what? Let me, before I go back that way, I want to trade with enough guys to get to level 30, and then we can try enchanting a diamond axe and seeing if we can get some efficiency 4 or something like that. That'd be a lot better than what we're dealing with currently. I think a single jungle tree will most definitely get us to level 30 with stick trades. Because that's like a stack and something of logs, so we'll be good. All right, we got all of our logs. That should be more than enough. Well, we might get to like, I'm going to guess level 31 at least, if not more. I mean, I'm kind of, we'll gauge. I don't really know yet. Where did I put that crafting table? What? I feel like I wouldn't have put it in any of these places. None of them's going to fit anything. Oh, there it is. Okay. That's good. I don't really need a crafting table. I don't know why I was looking for one. I could just do that in my thing, but whatever. Oh, I don't have the inventory space. Beautiful. Wait, I don't need that stuff, right? Yeah, okay. And dupe, dupe. Perfect. All right, let's trade with all you guys. Dang. He took everything. Almost level 31. Oh, we got a little bit left, though. Trade with our dude here. Oh, man, that was so close. Okay, well, I was really close. I think 2 more trades would have done it. That's not too bad of a guess. Okay, let's go back now. We can hopefully, let's cross our fingers on an efficiency 4. I'll take efficiency 3. Efficiency 4. Diamond axe that we can enchant. I don't have any diamonds on us, so we'll have to go to the house first. And, yeah, that doesn't change the village too much, which is what I was planning. I want to decorate the base village. Basic thing, I know, but I think it looks nice. How did I miss this one? What the frick? All right, well, I'll go ahead and make that in the sticks, and we don't need that. Well, I'm about to go to the house. I can drop this in there. Have a bunch of decoration. And don't worry, we still need to make a house. I know we haven't made a house. I'm going to get to that eventually. But I have so many other projects that I'm doing. I don't really have any inspiration to make a house right now. And I'll be honest with you, this being my, like, second channel, it's not my main focus. I'm not going to say it's not my main focus, but it's not like... I'm trying to not do anything on this channel that'll stress me out. I don't want to think about my analytics. I don't want to think about how well the videos are doing. Obviously, if they do well, I see it. But I don't want to have to stress in the same way I do with the main channel if a video doesn't perform. I don't want to care about what I'm posting. That's kind of what I'm going to be doing on this channel. So if you like the sound of that and you haven't subscribed, maybe you should do that. And I'd appreciate it. Stuff like that. I don't even need to say that really because it's kind of going against what I'm talking about for this channel, but you know, it's kind of wired into my brain to do that. Yeah, I don't want to stress. So like kind of going with the vibe, you know, of things that I'm doing with stuff like that. If I don't want to do something, I'm not going to do it. And I don't really feel like building a house right now. I don't have any inspiration to do it, so I'm not going to do it. And that's okay. You don't always have to do things in a certain order, especially when you're playing something like Minecraft. It's a sandbox game. It's There's no need to freak out about anything that you're doing. I might find a place there that I can put emeralds. That's just an obvious spot for me. Because I don't need to have it here. There's no reason to have it here. I don't have a building over there yet for it, but there's really no reason to have it here. I should put this actually in here just in case I do need it. And I know I don't need this. I don't know why that's even in there. What a waste of space. Cobble. Okay. Oh, we do have some cobble. I'll go ahead and take that. Why not? And let's sleep real quick before anything comes out to attack us. Alrighty. Now, let's go enchant. Let's see what we get. Let's test our luck. I realize I have a horse that I haven't bothered to use at all. Wonder if anybody's... I haven't seen that comment yet, but... Do I have a freaking lead? I feel like I got a lead already. I know I got a lead. Where did it go? It is. There it is. Well, actually, I don't need you yet, but when we cross the river, I'll need to do that. Let me take this guy. What am I doing? I'm such an idiot sometimes. Oh my god, he made it. What a G. Now let's run in here. We can actually post him up right here because we have these fences, so that's nice. And then let's grab this. What are we going to get? What are we going to get? A breaking 3? Of course, that's all you're going to get on it. God. Why did they do this to the enchantment system? That's so dumb. I mean, at least it won't break in the process. I guess we'll have to deal with it. Whatever. I'm gonna bring you back to the house just so I don't forget to take you to the village. I don't know if he's necessarily gonna be the best thing to run through this forest, to be fair. But once we clear the path that we're gonna make through that way, like this, then he'll be good to run through. I'll make sure that there's no like head-hitting trees near us. I'll post him up right here. Don't have to hang out with the chickens anymore. You can just be like right there. And now I'm going to just tear through these trees real quick so we can get a bunch more done on the freaking... Wow, my brain right now today is just ridiculous. Get a bunch more done on the trading and getting emeralds aspect. And leveling those guys up is not a bad idea. Because we don't have the other villagers set up right now. But we can get a good bow. Potentially, if we got these guys like maxed out or anything like that. Whether that happens today, I don't know, because they do have to refresh, and I'll have 4 villagers to go and trade with, so it might not happen today, but it'll happen eventually. All right, I got quite a bit of stuff here. Nothing crazy. I mean, we can try, after we get trading, we can actually try to enchant our axe one more time to see if... Maybe 2 more times to see if we can get efficiency 4. I don't necessarily want to make 2 of them and have it done that way. We have to, because I think getting a good axe right now is not a bad way of doing it. Because this is what's going to be most of our emeralds, and 4 of these guys is going to be a good source of XP, obviously. That's what just enabled us to enchant that time. So let me take my horse. See if we can get through here. Oh, the baby cast. Hold on a minute. Hold on, horse. Can I... Hello. Can I put you... I can. Okay, let's... I don't want to necessarily tie you up. I want you to be free. But I want to get a saddle for you when you're grown. How are you? That's awesome. I've only had one of these, and it was in a world I haven't really played much. So this is pretty cool. But once it's grown, I want to get a saddle on the thing, so... I'll leave it there for now. That way I can get to it. Let's go ahead and... Nope. Let's take our horse and hop over to the village. Hopefully without too much in our way as far as what the horse can get through. Oh! Swim now? Are you kidding me? This is the best update ever. What? I just had a freaking... I just played the Stardew Valley mod pack, Sunlit Valley, on my main channel. I had 2 different episodes of that. And I'm like, I cannot freaking believe that I was sitting there and I'm like, oh, they fixed the horse thing. They fixed it. And they did because it was an older update. And then they go and change it so the horses can swim now. That is probably the best thing they've ever fixed. I can't think of anything specific at the moment that would be better than this. That's nice. Okay. Well, we gotta sleep before these guys die, but we can actually go ahead and trade a bunch. Steal one of their beds real quick, though. Anybody sleeping in here? Hello? You're not even the worker that works in here. You're just a random person. I think. What do you... Oh, you're just happy that I got out of your bed. Okay. Let's take what we can as far as space real quick for the sticks here. We have a lot. I think we can do potentially... Okay, no, we can't, actually. Okay. Dang it. Well, you know what I'm going to do? This will be our emerald chest, I guess. Let's make that our emerald chest. I'll just throw all the sticks in here so I can just craft them all now and come back. Do all this right now. Okay, we'll throw some of that in there. Doop. Nope. So there's a way to recraft something, but I don't know how to do it. It's not the spacebar thing. Unless you can do that in here. Can I do it in here? Maybe. Come on. I'm triple clicking. Why is it not working? Okay, well, good thing I have mouse tweaks. Doop. Let me try here. I think maybe you could do it here. No, it doesn't work. Okay, I don't know. There's a way to do that. I just don't know what it is. If anybody knows, let me know down below. Oh, I didn't even get it done yet. There we go. All right, doop. That's fine. That's easy to move. Doop. There we go. Okay, now let's just trade. I'm wondering if I can max out or like overdo the trades here. If like there's too much. I imagine this many will get... Okay, 57's crazy. You're still not there yet. Okay. I can't believe we didn't see an iron golem here before. Hello, sir. Do you mind trading? Yeah, okay. So, we're going to be way overdue on the how much we have. And I guess the only negative thing about this being out of render distance as opposed to having it just everybody being trapped near us is they won't be rendered, or they won't be loading more trades. The time won't count because they're not rendered. So that is one negative thing. But if I'm working on projects over here or just hanging out over here, I guess it won't really matter anymore. Okay, well, we got a bunch of sticks we can trade when everybody gets their butts in gear, and hopefully they're not going to be greedy about it and want to charge 57, or only give me 1 emerald for 57. That's kind of lame. I wonder if I can get... we might be able to actually get them up. Like he's gonna go to the next level. What else are we working with here? Anybody else get ready for the day? Oh, he is. I haven't traded with you yet. What the frick? How did I miss that? Take all that. Okay. He's not gonna take all this, but it'll be close. Somebody else might be ready. Are you ready, sir? You need to go inside and go to your job block so you can refresh. Are you going to be greedy? No, you're not. All right. Perfect. Now, him or the guy up here, I kind of want to... I want to get them up to the next level so I can see what they're trying to give me. Oh, nice. I got more. Hold on. Just a couple more. You got it? You gonna upgrade? There you are. Not really anything I'm looking for, but it is next, so that's cool. All right, and we have almost 2 stacks of emeralds from that. We are at level 32. Let's go ahead and run back and see if we can get ourselves a better axe so we can do this faster in the future. Because the spruce trees actually grow pretty quickly when you're sitting there chopping next to them. Like, some of them were replacing faster than I could even chop down other ones a couple of times. Now that I can swim, I don't even care. Obviously, it's slow, but That's actually really cool. I thought I would need a bridge. I'm gonna make a bridge just to have like aesthetics, but I don't really need one now with them being able to swim. All right. Where's my thing at though? I'm gonna get lost. Yeah, I need this path done. We're gonna do that soon. All right, let's hope here. I can disenchant right here. And I hope I don't have to... Perfect. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Okay, and then we need a sliver of XP, and we can try one of these. Which one am I going to try? The pants, I guess. Now, we don't want blast protection, and we don't want blast protection. So we're going to try the pants. And what can I do to get a sliver of XP? I guess fishing. Just one cast or two casts could probably get this done. Run over and fish real quick. I need to get a good rod as well. A good fishing rod, I mean. Because that'll make this... I'll fish... Like, once you get lure 3, I will fish like crazy. Because it's just this. It's like, let me just leave these in. I'm going to leave this in. I'm not going to pause the recording. Like, this just takes so long without lure. It's painful. Like, I would be fine with it. But I just recorded a video. I've been recording video for the main channel where I don't rush. And so I was fishing a lot. And because I'm not rushing the game. Yeah, once I got lure 3 from like one of the fishing rods that I fished up, I was like, oh man, I can't believe that I was using a fishing rod without lure. This is crazy. You were just like sitting there for like 2 seconds every cast. And if you did it for more than that, then you could like reel it back in and shoot it out again. And it would give you, you'd get it like 2 seconds, so you get another one. Oh boy. Yeah. So I'm used to that right now because I was just doing it. Oh, it's raining though. That's good. Unfortunately, I only need one more cast. Hopefully. At least for today. There we go. And I'll put these up there. I don't really need these. It's not really a big deal, but I'll put it in here. Why not? Along with all that other stuff. I got a lot of food stored up. Quite a bit, actually. Let's see our luck on these pants. I'm hoping. I am hoping. Breaking 3 used to mean you would probably, at a level 30 enchant, that used to mean, like, you're good. You're gonna get something. Yeah, I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad. I'll take it. I'm gonna wear these, actually. Yeah, I'll take it. That's not... That is nothing to complain about. We will definitely take that. Okay. I might actually enchant the fishing rod instead of waiting to see if I get a better one, because we're going to have a good source of XP now with the villagers. So if I come back with some enchanted stuff in the next episode, it is because I have been fishing. Well, I've been chopping trees, because we have this now, which is beautiful. I'm actually going to test it out real quick. I'll keep you away from the animals, buddy. I kind of forgot I could just put you on that. Let's go chop. Let's go. I'm not going to chop down a whole tree, but I want to just like start one that I'll finish later. Oh my god, it's so much faster. Dude, that's nice. Okay. So, yeah, we have that now. So we can just like tear through all of these, and that's going to give us quite a bit of levels. And then we can enchant a rod, and then I'll just be fishing a bunch. So I might come back with enchants, because that's what we'll be doing. But I think that's pretty much going to wrap it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all the support on everything. This is insane. At the time of recording this, which is about maybe 14 hours before it gets posted, we're about to hit 1,000 subs. So that's freaking awesome. Thank you guys so much. And if it hasn't been there yet, if we haven't got to 1,000 subs and you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe. We can get to 1,000 subs, because that'd be pretty cool. I'd have 2 channels above 1,000 subs. That's pretty awesome. So yeah, thank you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one, and see you later. Bye.